And then,
Oh,
and
hey
then,
everybody, I'm Becky Beach and we have Mae Cee with us today. She's a print-on-demand expert. Welcome, Mae Cee.
hey, Becky, thanks for having me. I'm excited to be here today and just I'm going to spend maybe 15, 20 minutes just sharing an overview of print on demand, some great places to share it, some great places to sell, how to get started, and then we'll just open it up for questions. Does that sound good?
Oh yeah, we got Sarah from France joining us and Steve from Scotland, and we got Connie from Texas. Yeah, I'm in Texas too. Where are you at, Mae Cee?
Awesome. I'm in Ohio. I'm just north of Cincinnati. Yeah, real close to Cincinnati. So I always say we don't have mountains here and we don't have the ocean, but we have manufacturing, we have industry. So that's kind of what we're known for here. Is
Oh,
that
neat.
hey? Look like we've got Barb from Iowa too. Now, Becky, am I good to share my screen?
Oh, sure. Let me make you the host. If you see anyone coming in, just go ahead and invite them in.
Okay. All right.
Okay, you're the host now.
Okay, awesome. Awesome. Okay, so I'll just share my screen. So like I said, what I have today are just a little overview for everybody of kind of what print on demand is and how you're going to get started, a little bit about who I am. And then once we go through that, then I'll get to some specific questions. A lot of the stuff about print on demand is going to be the same no matter where you're selling it. So once you learn how to do it, then you can apply it whether you're selling on Etsy or your own store or TikTok or anywhere, right? So basically, what is print on demand? It's how you can sell your stuff. Like this says physical products, and you don't have to have inventory. You don't have to have all kinds of expensive equipment like what you see behind me here. And you don't have to touch or ship a product. And the reason that I'm really interested in print on demand is because I'm also a printer. And when we first started years ago, print on demand was really hard to find anything out about. And also the technology wasn't really great. So it was really hard to get, very good quality. So we like figured out how to print our own. And so we've gone through a lot of trial and error. And so I don't just understand print on demand, but I also understand as a printer what it takes to make really good products. Okay. And I think sometimes because like I'm so on the internet all the time, I think everybody knows about print on demand, right? And I think everybody knows about how to create it and how to sell it and all that stuff. But even just the other day, I couldn't believe this. Like my sister was talking about starting a business and she was saying, but she didn't want to create products. And I said, well, you can do print on demand. And she didn't know what that was. And the reason I mention this is because if you are online a lot or you're an online business owner, you might think everybody knows about all this stuff already, and they don't. They don't. Okay, so who am I? I'm May, and my kids and we started selling graphic tees in 2019, and we went to over seven figures really quickly. And then we also I founded Graphic Tee Academy, which is to help somebody if you want to learn to make your own, and then also POD Hero if you are ready to just start your own business because it's kind of hard. There's a lot of information out there, but it's hard to know what's good and what's bad. So that's kind of why I founded these programs because I'm like, I want somebody to tell people what the real deal is with it. Like, it's not hard. Like, not having enough money, that's hard. Like, that's hard. But it is still work, right? And you have to put work in. And you can find me at Merch by May, right? On all the socials. So basically with print on demand, you just create digital designs. Like you could use a place like Canva. That's what a lot of people are like, I don't know how to design or I don't know how to use Photoshop, that type of thing. You can use a place like Canva today, or even there's some other tools that I like Kittle. And then once you have that design, you choose a platform to sell. And whether that's Etsy or TikTok or your own Shopify, then you put that design on a mock-up, which is really just a picture that's selling the product. And then somebody purchases that order and it pushes through to your print on demand provider. So you just create a design, you put it on a mock-up, which is just a picture to promote it. You list it on a platform like Etsy or TikTok, or Shopify, and then you just push it through. When somebody orders it, then it has to go to a provider. Like I'm a printer, it has to go to some other printer, and they fulfill it. All right. So you start by picking a niche for your store. And this is always one of the hardest things for people to do. Like you can either do a store niche or a product niche, or maybe it's a complement to your existing business. And I find this is usually where people get stuck and they stall out. Because if you've ever seen print on demand at all, if you've ever looked at it, you go and you get an idea and there's like thousands of products and you get overwhelmed and you're like, oh yeah, I'll do this and this and this. And then you just stall out. Don't do that. This is one of the this is a business model where really your time is what you're investing. You don't have to put a lot of money up front. And you need to get really, really great at like one thing before moving on. I always say, like, just because you can get a hat for your cat doesn't mean that you need to. So let yourself really drill down and pick something specific. So when I say a store niche or a product niche or complement, here's what I mean. A store niche would mean maybe you're going to only sell products for animal lovers. Like you are only going to have designs for people that love dogs. Maybe it's dog breeds. Maybe they can personalize it with their dog names. Maybe it's just funny stuff about dog moms. It's only going to be about dogs. And then I have yarn here because like maybe it's only going to be crocheters, somebody that crochets. And so all of your designs. And so whether it's on a t-shirt or a mug or a picture, it's only going to be things that people that crochet can relate to. And I know it's hard to niche down like that, especially when you can create all these designs because you're like, but I can talk to everybody. But if you all are already experienced business owners or you know about this being online, it when you don't know who you're talking to, when you're not really specific, then it's like you could be talking to anybody, right? Okay. So the second way you could niche down, if you're like, I can't figure out what type of people I want to get to, you could also do a product niche. Now, some people will say that's not really a niche, whatever. I don't want to argue that. I'm just saying, if you feel like that you want to make designs for more than just dog lovers, then keep it just to one product type for now. Like just do t-shirts or just do mugs, but then you can target those designs to different interests. And I say that because when you're learning how to do this, whether it's creating designs or like picking out the best products, you have to get really good at each one takes something different. And if you're trying to make a ton of different products, it can really slow you down. And then the last thing is the complement to your existing business. What do I mean by that? So if you're already a coach, or if you already have digital products that you sell, or you already have something else that you do, something that you say that people think is funny, then you could just add a couple of designs with that. You don't have to open up a whole new store. You can, but you don't have to. Okay. And also, like if you're selling coaching or if you're selling a group program or something like that, sometimes people will buy a shirt or they'll buy a mug before they will invest in coaching, like before they get to know you. So that can always adding a t-shirt or adding a sweatshirt that has something funny you say all the time or has something that'll resonate with your audience. That can always be a really great way to get your foot in the door and get people excited about buying other stuff that you have. Okay. All right. So now, um, it's like, what do you choose? And this is where, like, I'd love to know in the chat, like, let me know. This helps me make sure that I am on the right track because I don't want to be sharing stuff with you all that you're like, this is not helpful to me. If you could let me know in the chat if you have ever looked at print on demand and gotten overwhelmed with the products. If you're like, yes, we totally got overwhelmed. I didn't know where to start. I don't know where to start. Like, we want to do it, but we don't know. Let me know. Yeah. So just let me know if that's true. So I'm saying, yeah. Okay. Yeah. I hear. Yeah. Becky says that for sure. Yeah, 100%, 100%. So it's just take one, just pick one. Because you can always go back and adjust, but the most important thing now is just to pick one and move through the whole process because questions are going to come up you didn't even realize you had. And if you're waiting for it all to get perfect and you don't take action, you're never going to get anywhere, right? You're never going to get anywhere. Um, so there's a ton of design options, and I think that's where I hear people get stuck the most. But there's a ton of things that you don't have to have a design degree. So something where I say you can really get inspired, people are like, well, what's trending and what's selling and how do I know what to do? I'm telling you right now, Pinterest is still a really great place to check out to find what's going on with designs right now. And some trends we can just anticipate. Like we know that right now, Christmas is coming, right? The holidays are coming and people buy shirts for the holidays. They just do. So if you're having trouble picking a niche or you're not sure what to do and you want to get started, you can get started by practicing just designing a couple of holiday shirts. And nowadays, because you can sell on TikTok Shop, and you don't have to have this huge store with, like, you don't have to go through all this expense and all these things. You could just put up a design or two and see what happens. Okay. And that is a way for you just to get started and go. And when you're on Pinterest, you can always just type in Christmas tees or holiday tees or just graphic tee and see what you're seeing, what the trends are. That's going to help you know what color schemes and the designs and all those things that are working. Another thing that you can do is you can actually purchase ready-made designs, and these don't have to be it's people think, oh, designer, buying designs can be really, really expensive. But this website, Creative Fabrica here, and I've got a link there for you too. You can pay one price and you get unlimited downloads for the year. Now I want to put a little asterisk by that because technically, okay, when you're on Creative Fabrica, you can buy designs that are ready to post. You can buy elements where you can make your own designs. And when I say buy, I mean download, because if you pay one price, you get them all for the whole year, unlimited. And you can also find fonts. If you choose to sell on Etsy, Etsy technically wants you to create the design yourself. So you can't use the ready-made designs on Etsy, but you can use the ready-made designs on TikTok, on Instagram, on Facebook, on Pinterest, on eBay, on Amazon, on everywhere else. But Etsy is like, no, we want you to make your own designs. So for Etsy, you would just use some of the elements and put those together yourself. Canva is another great place that you can use to create designs. And then Kittl is one of our favorites as well. All right. All right. So just let me know. Um, just like letting all this set for a minute. And one thing I get asked a lot about licensing, and I noticed like some folks have a lot of questions about licensing and what's trademarked and what isn't. And there's a great site where you can check that out. Keep in mind, just because somebody is selling like a Disney file you can use, that doesn't mean that it's okay to use Disney and you're responsible for that. So I'd say in most instances, just stay away from any designs or design elements that you can easily recognize that they're from something that's licensed or trademarked, because you just don't want to get in that mess. And I can tell you, we've sold millions of dollars of shirts and without that at all. There's no question, right? Now, one thing about Creative Fabrica is they do have really generous licensing that you can use some of their design files on POD just as they are. You don't have to change them at all, but not on Etsy. You can do that on other sites, but not on Etsy. So far we know you need to create a design, you need to have an idea, you need to create a design, you need to pick a product, right? And then it's like, well, who's going to make it for you? And those are your providers. There are hundreds of providers out there now. There's hundreds. I typically suggest that you start with one of the big three, or like a big one, or I'd say one of the bigger two, which is Printify and Printful. I have Shine On listed here because they do really unique jewelry pieces that can really be a huge hit, especially in the holiday season, but it has a little bit longer learning curve. But they've been around a long time. They have a really helpful Facebook group that has a ton of members and a ton of support. Printify has been around a long time too. They have a ton of money So they have a platform that's really easy to integrate with. But the reason I suggest starting with like a bigger supplier like Printify or Printful is because they do have money and resources. So they do have inventory, their stuff is going to work, they have processes in place. Okay. That doesn't mean that you can't start out with another. That doesn't mean that you can't do more down the road. It's just, I would stick with one, like just stick with learning one, right? One or two. And then there's another place we like called Printed Mint. And I have a free guide for you, some resources that has all this information in there as well. Okay, so now you've got your design, you've got your provider, you've got your, picked some products out, and now there's some platforms. So now it's like, where are you going to sell, right? So in addition to TikTok, you can sell on Shopify, which does have a monthly fee. It is your own platform, but you can start building traffic there. You can start building a list from there. And a great way to pull traffic to your Shopify is using Pinterest. And I know Becky talks a lot about SEO, and I'm telling you, the SEO, like, using Google, especially Google Shopping now has an entire channel that integrates with your Shopify, and Becky will teach you all the SEO things that you need to know. That's going to help you bring traffic to your Shopify. So bringing traffic from Google, bringing traffic from Pinterest, and then you can also use that to bring traffic like from your Facebook and your Instagram, and then also from TikTok. So I would say this, if you're like, I don't have the money or the bandwidth right now to do a Shopify, get started on TikTok. It is a great place to go. And you can have something go crazy. And next thing you know, you're like, I have sold thousands of things on TikTok. With TikTok, you need to be really specific. Choose like a simple shirt, something that's not going to be out of stock, because they have really strict shipping guidelines that it has to ship in just a couple days. But then as you can, get your Shopify open, because Shopify has all these tools that help drive traffic back to you from all these different channels. I know I'm getting in a lot here. I just get super excited about it. Printify also has a super free and easy store that you can set up, but there are limited setup options. And whenever you set up a shop with Printify, one of their free shops, you can only use Printify. And then Etsy is also easy to start, and you don't have to have a business created. You can just start it in your personal name. But you don't own the traffic that's there on Etsy. And I'm sure Becky's talked to you about what that means as well. And if you're not clear of what type of products you can make with print on demand, you can really do anything. Like you can do bags or cups or mugs, apparel, like all different types of apparel and wall art. We have a really fantastic stationery provider that in my beginner course, POD Hero, she comes and visits, and there's a store credit for you too. So if you're like, oh, I love the design things like, greeting cards or stationery, that type of thing. So really anything, which is amazing to me. But when you're starting out, I really suggest you start with something basic, so you don't have to worry as much about finding a supplier or about the quality. All right. So again, yeah, how are you going to start? Try it first. Just go basic. Do not try to have every option. Do not try to have women's sizing apparel. Okay. It doesn't fit correctly. Like there's so many, like a women's large, one might be super tiny and one might not be. Like the best thing that you should do is just start with unisex sizing. Okay. And just go less is more, because you've got to think, you have all these different providers. They could run out of something, whatever you want to stick with, really simple, to be sure you're going to have the best chance of success. Now, if you are new, and I know I'm just rolling through this like super fast. All right. Yeah. Okay. So I know I'm rolling through this super fast. And then I'm going to we'll look at some catalog stuff. We'll look through different products. And then I'm also going to just open it up for any questions. But if you've never done physical products before, you have to have a way to pay for them before the POD provider will print and ship them. So let's say you're selling with TikTok. This is one of the reasons why Shopify is great too. But if you're selling with TikTok, TikTok does not pay you until 8 to 12 days after the customer receives the item. So you get an order, right? Now you have to pay for the order with the provider and they ship it out, and then you have to wait for the money from TikTok. So you really need a credit card or something with at least a couple $100 limit on there so you can prepay the stuff. If you are selling on Shopify, or if the order comes through to your Shopify, you can get that money and then use the money to pay the POD provider. In some states, you will have to do sales tax. If you're selling on Etsy or TikTok, they'll take care of the sales tax for you. So will Facebook and Instagram. You just have to take care of the sales tax if you're right on your Shopify. And then you've just got to think about your shipping settings. And then you've just got to think about how you will handle your returns. Okay. Yes, you can make money. You can make money from anywhere on the internet. And you know, anybody that says, oh, this has been going on, everybody, it's already saturated, people know about this, that's crazy. The growth that we have seen these last years is unbelievable. And the print on demand industry, and it's grown a lot because the technology keeps getting better and better. So what people can do keeps getting better and better, and people keep shopping more on the internet. So it's the projected growth is like in the hundreds of millions over the next several years, which is crazy. And it's great for any other business that you're doing, right? But it's that it is work. You've got to get the listings up. You've got to get it promoted. But again, you can do this from anywhere, and it is 100% possible to make tens of thousands of dollars a month with POD. Okay. So I just ran through all of that. Tell me, okay, Becky, what do you think? Based on what I just shared, do you have a ton of questions? Are you like, is that too much?
Oh yeah, yeah, I actually want to do a print on demand business. So that's why I'm so excited to have you today, because I need help too. I'll probably sign up for your course as well. I don't know if I ever even have access. I don't even know if I forget. But
Yeah, let me see. Let me show you here. I'll just do that really quick too. I will show that. So I have a coupon actually. Okay. So I have the course that's called POD Hero. Okay. And it's not just the course modules, but you also get, let me get down here to show you, like you also get live training with me every month and a workshop. So let's get down here. It is normally $197, but for everybody here on this call for the next 2 days, Becky, there's a coupon where everybody can get it actually for $57, which is kind of
oh
crazy.
yeah, yeah. I don't
Yeah.
know. Is this like you're starting like a new like a new one where you're doing live trainings again, or is this?
Yes. So this is going to have total live training. So you get all the modules where you get like how to pick a name, how to find a niche, what are the platforms for getting started, an overview of all the providers, how you create products, how you design, how you create product mockups. There's a full workshop. We have a Facebook community, and then every single month on the last Friday of the month, there's a live training, which is pretty cool. And you get a coupon for $25 off your first order with a stationary provider. So it basically, with your coupon, it basically almost covers the cost. So yeah, so it's normally $197, but for everybody in your audience for the next 48 hours, if they use coupon POD Beach, it's going to make it $57 instead.
Oh
So,
wow, yeah, I'm gonna sign up myself. So when does the live training start? 'Cause I want to I want to create my pet. I got an idea for like a pet, themed business, because I have like my dog here, and she loves to like model little costumes and clothes. I thought I should start another Instagram. 'Cause I did have an Instagram, but someone hacked it. So I was gonna
oh
start
my
another one and then
gosh.
yeah, that's what happens sometimes. Like you'll just like I found my TikTok, Instagram was hacked and all the photos were deleted of all her little baby
Oh
pictures with her
no.
costumes. Like she was
Oh
wearing a
no.
bikini in one picture, and that got lots and lots of likes. I was really disappointed. So you gotta be very careful with your password, and and just make
Yeah.
it really difficult to guess. I think my password is too easy to guess or something.
Yeah. And there's the link for this page too. So this is the link for POD Hero. And if you use code POD Beach, that's the one where it's only $57 for the next 2 days and normally 200. The POD Kickstart is a free resource. And then here's the Facebook community. So you asked Becky, when is the next live training? So it's on the last Friday of every month. So this next training the live training is coming up on the 27th, but you already have the live workshops replays that are in the course, and our most recent live training that we just completed. It's in the course as well. So someone can watch that and get started. And then we'll have our next live training on the 27th. So really, it's kind of like the perfect time to join now, because you could go through the modules and see what questions you have, and then be able to meet directly with me in Zoom. So the training is like in Zoom where you can ask questions, and it's
Mhm.
kind of classroom style, and that'll just be in a couple weeks. Yeah.
And as you can see, she's legit. Look behind her. She's at a print-on-demand place. She
Yeah.
actually does her own
Yeah.
t-shirts. So yeah, she's actually talking the talk. She's not, walking the talk.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, no, we do it. We do it for real. And then I put that in the, and Becky, I'm going to give all these links to you. Yeah, Brenda, they should be good links here. If you this this that I put in the chat, the Google Doc, um it should have every link that you need for POD Hero, the free resource guide, POD Kickstart, and then to join our Facebook community. And then like Becky said, Instagram, come over there and follow me if you want to do that.
oh yeah, we have a question in the chat. Karen,
Yes.
she wants to know who does like pet tape, I think it's like sticker rolls or then like just stickers, like maybe the little vinyl stickers you can do. Like she's wondering, did you know of any suppliers that do that?
Yeah. So you can actually do like, and if you mean like vinyl, like laptop and water bottle stickers, we can get those. You can get those at Printify or Printful,
Uh-huh.
either one. There's a ton of others that do as well. But yes, you can get that with Printify or Printful too.
Who's better, Printify or Printful? Kind of sound similar, don't they?
So they are, I'm sorry, every answer is like my t-shirt nerd answer. Like, here we go, Becky. It's like, hi, I'm a t-shirt nerd. Let me tell you all about it. So the thing is with Printify, they're print brokers. Okay. So Printify goes out to all these printers all over the world and says, hey, we'll bring customers to you. Will you print it? So you can oftentimes get lower costs with Printify, but sometimes the quality can be inconsistent because they're using different printers all over the world.
Oh, good to
Printful,
know.
but Printful, it's their except in places like Australia where they source it out. Most of Printful is their own print facilities and their own printers. I know it's like I give the long answers, but the long and short of it is it's best to start with basic products that they print the most of. What do they print the most of? Mugs, t-shirts, wall art. You can get everything under the sun, but I can tell you as a printer, if everybody's printing t-shirts, why is that? It's because it's the easiest to print, which means it has the best chance of success, which means more people are doing it, and it's a good thing to learn on. You know, when you start getting into real, and there's a lot of places that do really niche things like umbrellas or curtains and stuff like that. Just sometimes it takes a little longer there to find the right one. I know. I'm like
Yeah,
so
that's
much,
interesting.
but Printful is good. Printify is good. There's a couple of different. Monster Digital is a supplier with Printify that people really like. That's a really good one. Yeah.
So does Printable also, because I'm going to have a Shopify store, so does Printable connect to a Shopify store too? I kind of like them better because you said they have their own print, facilities. Because I don't know, the quality could differ because it does say largest global print network on Printify's website.
Yes. Here, and I'm gonna let me see. I'll kind of show a little bit of that. So Printful is all right. So Printful, is this the red, the green triangle. So there's Printful and there's Printify. And those are two of the biggest providers. Okay. They all have and I would say, Becky, Printify's pricing is sometimes a little better though. And Printify is putting a ton of money into growth and being better. So when you do something with Printify, it's going to let you choose. It's going to let you choose the printer. So you can always get a sample and then decide what printer you like best. Okay. And you can also choose, like, do you want it to be from the USA? Do you want to find bestsellers? All these different types of things. Does that make sense?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So Sherry
Um,
says Contrado does a huge number of products, print in their own London shop, ship fast to US and ship in about 2 days. They're expensive. Yeah, I think, you know, would be if they're in Europe because, you know, the euro is a lot more than the US dollar.
But they have a lot of really cool products too.
Oh,
Like she's
really?
right. Contrado has a lot of
Contrado.
really cool products.
You see,
And
Contrado.
so I'm really like kind of speaking from a beginner.
Yeah, they got bikinis. I see there was some lady in a bikini on their front page.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
do they also have floaties too?
one of the things that I love about Contrado is their fabric printing. So
Oh, wow.
if you're an artist, right, and you can also have fabric created, which is really, really cool. Really cool. So they definitely have some unique items that that you're not going to find anywhere. And that's also going to be true with their home and wall art. Now a lot of places are bringing more of this stuff in, but look, they have like look curtains and roller blinds, like all this stuff is really cool, but it is really expensive. And in my opinion, a little bit harder to get started with just because when you're making graphics that are so big, you also have to be sure you understand how to get art at a really high quality that's that big, you know? They're cool though. They're cool.
Yeah,
It's quite
Printify
cool.
has more dog products. That's why I thought I should go with them.
Hmm. Yeah. Yeah. I think the biggest thing is like just get started, like just find one place and like learn all the ins and outs of it. And then you can always add more. You can always add more products too.
Yeah, they got so many. They got like leashes, collars, they got bandanas, they got a tank top for a pet tag, you know, all kinds of stuff. Like that's why I think I'm gonna go with them.
And are
That's
you in Printify right now or you're in
oh yeah,
Printful?
yes, they have a lot of products for dogs.
Yeah. Something else that's a really hot niche right now are phone cases.
Oh yeah. Maybe I
Mhm.
could do custom orders where I can get the customer like get make like a drawing of their pet with Procreate and then put it on. I wonder if you can do custom orders, you know?
So you can do custom orders. That's what I was going to say. That's a big thing with print on demand is to offer customization. You can really charge a premium for that and people love it. So it's a little more work because every time you get an order, you have to personalize that design, you know? But otherwise it's good. Like you might just do like you can let people submit photos to you even and you can do a photo of their pet and then you just change the name. But yeah, personalization's big. Yeah, check out all these pet products right here, right?
Oh yeah, isn't
Pet
it
bed, pet
cute?
bowl. Yeah, it
I'm
is
gonna
cute.
like do some designs. I'm just gonna order them. Then I can take pictures with my dog wearing it, you know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly. And if you look, so you see this is $8.13 or from 616 with Printify Premium. You don't need to start out with the premium. You can start with just just the lower cost, but are just this the free plan. But then if you get really busy and you start doing a lot of sales, then you can pay for Printify Premium and then you get the product for even lower.
Oh, I
But
wonder how much premium it is. I'll have to look.
I think it's like $20 a month. You can check out
Well,
here
that's
and
not
see.
so bad.
It's not. Something else with Printify, remember I told you they're print brokers, so they share it around. You always see the name of the printers they're using. So you can actually reach out to those printers and see if you want to go with them direct. Like MWW On Demand, they're out of like North Carolina or South Carolina. They do a lot of home decor and they might have really cool stuff that is not available on Printify. Printed Mint, they're a woman-owned company that's out in the US. They have one facility. They're printers like me. They're woman-owned. They have a lot of great stuff like candles and pet stuff and that type thing too. You can see most of this is Printed Mint.
Oh,
Yeah.
interesting. I was gonna
Hmm.
ask, like I'm trying to sign up for your course right now and I see Pod Hero. Is that some kind of membership that you could add on?
Let me see. Where are you looking?
I'm looking at your course. If I sign up with my own link, just don't pay me for my own commission. But I see Pod Hero, it's like 47 a month. Is that like a membership?
So the 47 a month was for anybody that has to do full price. That was
Oh,
their
okay, I
just
was
way to pay it.
confused. Okay, I
Yeah,
thought it
but
was a
so no, when
membership.
no, it's not a membership. It's like you actually get right now, it's not. Some people are encouraging me to make it a membership, but so anybody that's already enrolled, if even if it goes to a membership, they won't have to pay anymore. You still get that live training every month. And for
Oh,
your
wow.
yeah, yeah. So for your audience, it's $57 one time for 2 days only, and they get the course and the monthly live training and the replays of the workshop, which is kind of crazy, but you do have to click this link in that Google Doc I shared, and I'll share that link with you too, Becky, so you can put it in your email. And then they have to enter this code in the coupon. Does that work for you, Becky, when you tried it?
Yeah, I went to the link, but I don't know if I already have access because I think I do because I remember being in the Facebook group and stuff.
Now this is different. This is different than the TikTok.
Oh, okay. So it's a different course.
Yeah,
I
because
bought the TikTok one.
the TikTok has a lot of information really specific to setting up your TikTok shop and how to create those videos and how to do all that. This is really specific to how to succeed with print on demand anywhere, how to create the mock-ups, how to know how to sell it, how to do the marketing, all that kind of stuff. That app.
Okay, yeah, just signed up, but if I but just don't use my like don't give me a commission for myself, okay?
Okay, okay, that's fair. I won't do that. And I will get you this I'll make sure that you have this document too so you can share it with everybody. But yeah, everybody make sure that you it's a really good deal because it's normally $200. And whenever we start, I'm going to start doing the membership where it's monthly since you're getting live training monthly. But I just really I don't know, I love what we do. I love seeing people succeed. I it was really hard to break into this. When we broke into it, there were a lot of people weren't doing it. And even still printing is hard to break into. If you but I'm kind of pushy. And I was like, I'm gonna figure this out. And so anyway, I think other
And then the
people
freebie is also in the Google Doc.
it is.
Yeah, so so did you put the Google Doc here? Does everybody have it? I need to
Yeah.
post. Oh, you posted again. Great. So okay.
I'll paste it there again. So the
So the
freebie is
pod
there.
Kickstart is the freebie that you were promised because I promised
Mhm.
everybody a freebie if they come.
Yeah, and it's a really great free resource. Like it's going to give you an overview again. It's going to give you a checklist, recommendations for suppliers as well as products. Oh, and then at the end, after you get through, get the freebie, there's a little video of me and I'm showing you how to create a mock-up using Canva. So you actually get that with the free resource too.
Oh, great. I'm
Yeah.
excited. So when is the first call so I can like put on my calendar? Is there like a
So the very first call, and they're scheduled out for the rest of the year. So when you get into POD Hero in your Teachable, because you're going to get access, you'll have access via Teachable modules. Whenever you get in there, the first call is going to be the 27th of September. So it's about 2 weeks from now because we do it the last Friday of every month. But
okay.
but Becky, you're going to want to go ahead and take a look. There's a call in there with our stationary POD provider. Like if people want to do Christmas cards, holiday
Oh,
cards, or
wow, my goodness.
birth
Yeah.
announcements,
Yeah.
scripture cards, meditation cards, all those type of things. And she even gives you a $25 credit off your first order. So I know it's like $57 for the course, but you get $25 off your first order if you decide to order POD with them. You could even use that for your own family's Christmas cards. You don't have
Oh,
to.
yeah. I need to do that because I always use
Yeah.
Shutterfly and
Yeah.
they charge so much money.
Yeah, and this place, they're incredible stationery printers. That's all they do. They only do stationery. You'll have a sales rep. Her name is Caitlin. She'll do a walkthrough explaining to you exactly how to set it up. And I mean, they even do wedding stationery, wedding invitations, birth announcements, all that kind of stuff. So fun. So fun. I know. See, you got to watch or your head will go, psh, you'll be like, I got to do all the things.
Yeah, and I'm also offering a bonus too for anyone that signs up. You get a bonus off my bonus training page.
Oh,
I'm gonna put,
nice.
put my bonus training page in the chat so everybody could see they might want any bonuses off there.
Yeah, that's
So that's my,
nice.
and there's also PLR on there too that you could get to like to sell as your own. You can even use the PLR to do like if there's print on demand journals and stuff, is there?
Oh, yes. Yes. Yes, there's print. I'm like, yes, yes, there's print on demand journals, there's notebooks, there's mugs, there's posters, there's books. You can create books. So if you have like a PLR, yeah, like a full journal, even with inside pages and whatnot, you can get those done print on demand.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I also have stickers in the bonus page too, and there's also patterns like digital patterns that you could use as well. And there's all
Oh my gosh, those digital patterns would be great to use on so many products, even.
yeah, and they're already done for you. You just get the files. I forget what's on this bonus page a lot. Like the last, yeah, the bonus not too long ago, then to last month. Yes, I got all these
That's a
training bonuses on here. Yeah, so it's a great,
that's a
so get
really
this.
that's a good value. That's a really good idea too.
Oh
And
yeah.
okay, so then just as a reminder on that coupon, right? So that coupon ends Wednesday night. So anybody that wants to, so it ends Wednesday night. So I'm still gonna, anybody that follows Becky and is with Becky, there'll still be a little discount for you with that same coupon, but the big coupon where you get it for just $57, that ends Wednesday night.
Okay. So Brenda wants to know how to access Pod card printer site. She wants to know about the Bill's Pod card printer you mentioned.
Oh yeah, so you get all of that in she goes through and you have your link for your discount and a full walkthrough of that talks about all the products that they have and everything. Is that what you're asking?
Oh yeah,
Did
like
you
she
want
wants to know the site, like what
Ah,
gets to the site.
okay.
But
I
you don't
got
get the
you.
discount unless you sign up for the course, right? You don't get the discount.
Right, right. It's called Princewell.
Oh,
It's
Princewell.
called
Yeah, yeah. So
Princewell.
you won't
Mhm.
get the discount to use
Right. And
the
you
class.
basically get a $25 store credit. So
Oh my
if you
goodness.
only spend $20, it's covered. If you
Oh,
spend
it's so
$30, it only
cool.
costs you $5. Yeah.
Oh, you can
Yeah.
do Halloween party invitations and oh my goodness, it's really cool. Wow.
Oh, yeah.
Those.
Princewell is amazing.
And then
And you can
invitations.
even, yeah, you can get a free yeah, also you can even get a free what am I trying to say? Sample pack. Yeah, but it's just everything that they do is pretty
Oh,
amazing.
they
You
have a
can
huge
even do
pet
legal pads.
collection. Yeah, they've got pet
Hmm.
adoption announcements, pet themed invitations, pet placemats,
Yeah,
stationery cards. Wow.
I know, right? And
Yeah,
I'll
'cause the
even
pet
show that
niche
to
is like
everybody.
$1 billion industry. It's good to get
The
into
pet
the
niche
niche.
is crazy. It is crazy. But yeah, you can see like, and this is just an example because you can do anything that you want, right? And they're saying, hey, why not teacher themed stationery? Like make that for your teachers, right?
Oh,
And you can
teachers
get
would love that. Like
notepads.
my
I
Brian's
know,
teacher would.
right? See all those things. So that's really cool.
That'd be a great holiday gift for her.
I know, right? And then even if you want to do holiday cards, you
Let
can
me
do
bookmark this
calendars.
page.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And they're like, hey, don't forget holidays. And again, but you can design all your own. Like these are some of their designs, and you can also design all your own stuff too, and just use this as a guide.
No,
Yeah,
yeah,
it's
because print on
amazing.
demand is like it's kind of similar to digital products, but it's like it's a digital. You don't have to have any inventory, just like digital products. Only they print it for you and ship it for you. So it's like drop shipping. Because I used to be a drop shipper before
Okay.
COVID. I was shipping women's purses.
Okay.
Yeah, so I would
That's
source
awesome.
them from AliExpress, and I would send it to myself first to make sure the quality was good, and then if it was, I would list them in my Shopify store and then run ads to them. And I was making really good money.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I earned enough to not have to work for like a couple of years just doing this full time. But I always wanted to get back into art because I'm an artist. I love to paint and draw. So thought I should. I started taking Procreate classes. So I'm gonna like draw my own patterns and like pictures and stuff on Procreate.
That's awesome.
And make
Yeah,
a
you
lot of
should do that. You should do that. Seriously. It's really, really good.
now I have all these PLR templates like for planners and journals, and I could actually create like printed planners and journals. I already sell printed planners and journals on Amazon KDP, but then I could actually sell them, in a store too.
You could sell them in a store, yeah, and that would be cool. And you could, there's so many different things you can do. And this is so you saw Princewell, like their retail side. So this is an example of all the things they do. And then on the back side, the wholesale, it's like, hey, it's a 2-day turnaround time. You can customize and do your branded packaging if you want. You just do your print ready files and then they ship it for you, right? And it says low minimum. Most items can be ordered as low as 10 cards. So if you're thinking about that, that would just be like if people wanted to do a set of 10 cards, right? But they also have products you can do one at a time. And then they're located in Birmingham.
Yeah, I
But
would want to do one at a time first to see the quality because I don't want to sell anything unless it's good quality. That's
and I'm going to
I don't
tell
want to sell
you,
junk, you know.
this place is super high quality. So you want to order a pack of free samples. I mean, they work with like wedding stationers. So they do like wedding invitations and stuff, like high dollar wedding invitations. So I'm a printer. I'm super snobby about print. Like I'm a print snob, print nerd and a print snob. And I really like them. They don't do anything except for paper. So they do it well. Right. It's not as easy of an integration. So like I use Princewell for my POD for cards and stuff because I love the quality. But it's not easy. It's not as easy as say like Printify, but that's okay. You can use Printify and Printful and Princewell. You can use them all together. You don't have to just choose one, right? You can get the products you like from different places.
Yeah, I love their pet holiday cards.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
many couples are choosing not to have kids, like they just want to have pets.
Yeah. And then you can put your
Spending a
pets. You can
lot
put
of
your
money
pets
on
on
it.
there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
spending a whole bunch of money on them, like just like their kids, you know.
So what about if there was one takeaway, did anybody have like a big takeaway from today? Like what's the one thing you're like, oh, I'm going to go do that now? Like what's one thing you're going to do?
Well, I have a lot of been talking. I'll let someone else share though.
No, keep sharing. Keep sharing, Becky.
Oh my God. It says peace, love, and purrs. Isn't that precious? There's a little cute kitty on it.
That's cute. That's pretty cute.
Yeah, feel free to type in the chat, like if you have any takeaways, like what do you think? Are you going to take action after this call? Because you know, there's only 1% of people that will take action after watching this. Are you going to be one of those 1% of people that do something? Because yeah, you got to be an action taker if you really want to do something, you know, and start earning money doing this print on demand. I just think it's a great way to earn extra money to surplus your digital products. You can even turn your digital products that you're making already into print on demand, give your customers more options.
Yes. I'm like, yes, that is so good. Let that work you've already done do double and triple work for you, right? Yeah. Like, that's what I say for sure.
Okay, well, how can people get in touch with you? Is there like an email they can contact you, or did you put that on the Google Doc too, so they can contact?
Yeah. So, and I will,
Today at 3. Okay. Yes. Okay.
I'll add my email on there too.
Okay, good. That way, if they have any more questions, because somebody might not be ready yet, they want to know more. Yeah.
Yes,
And maybe they're too
exactly.
shy to be on camera or too shy to talk in the chat. You know, that's how I can be sometimes. Like I'm a shy person, you know, and sometimes I'll be like, oh, I don't know if I can talk in front of these people, you know.
That's I'm actually, I know I'm sitting here just talking away, but I'm often like that for sure.
Oh, you weren't shy
So
when we met each other a couple of times in person, and you're not shy at all. You're like so friendly.
thank you. I think I don't know. I maybe I don't know. I feel it. I feel a little shy, but thanks. You're so friendly, Becky. You just make me feel at ease. That's what it is. You just make me feel at ease. So I really appreciate you having me here today.
Oh, well,
Um,
sure. Yeah, I'm glad you could come. We had this plan for a while. You know, I think last month you were unable to make it or something, and then
Yeah, so I'm glad we did it. And I'll put the link here one last time. Here's the link for the Google Doc where you can get the get the freebie. You see the free Facebook community. There's a new free Facebook group, Becky, that's just for print on demand. Anybody can join. And then there's that link to the POD Hero course that has the continued live training that's only $57. It's normally $200. Use the code, but do it quick. It's got 2 days. You got 2 days on that.
oh, so
And
when's the exact ending date? What the time is? Like, is it
it
midnight
ends,
East or something?
let's see. Let me look. Let me just triple check the coupon to just be sure. Okay, and looks like actually it is set to end September 12th. So that's Thursday morning at 8 a.m. Eastern.
Okay, 8 a.m. Eastern. Y'all just
8 a.m. Eastern.
yeah,
That's when
this
it'll
week is
end.
all about, this is print on demand week. You know, I'm going to be talking about, I'm going to have a podcast later today about print on demand, and
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, we'll have to do it. And then there'll still be a small discount for anybody in Becky's, anybody here, anybody that's in Becky's audience. There'll be a small discount for using that, but not like the one right now. I just want everybody to get started and make money for Christmas too, extra money.
Oh yeah, now's the best time to start preparing for Christmas. You know, there's going to be a Christmas rush. People are going to want all these gifts to give, you know, and man,
Yeah.
Q4, I suppose it's predicted to just be wild. Like,
I know.
yeah.
I know. It's an exciting time. It's so good. Thank you so much for having me today.
Oh, sure. Yeah. Like,
Okay.
yeah, just make sure if you follow up with Mae Cee, if you have any more questions, like she put everything on the Google Doc, and I'll post this video on my YouTube channel. You know, after this, I'll get it like edited a little bit, because I had my dog coughing in the front, you know, she was like coughing a bunch. So I'll edit that out, you know.
It wasn't bad. It wasn't bad. It was good. It was good. And looks like you still got some folks that are joining here.
Oh, maybe they
Um,
got kind of confused about the time slot.
yeah, but that's good. We've got the recording. You'll have the replay and lots of good information here. So glad. Oh, thanks, Connie. You're welcome. I'm glad it was helpful. Just my email is there on that sheet, on that Google Doc. Just reach out if you have any questions. Grab that free resource. It'll walk you right through. And I look forward to seeing you all in the group. And thank you, Becky.
Oh, here, thank you. Have a great day, everybody.
Yep, you too. Bye.